briefly on the MPP.
Dustin May is
Yamamoto.
disgusting.
Yeah,
He's just gets hurt a lot. He's still pretty young. Uh,
Otani. Oh my God.
yeah, Otani potentially in the rotation. So yeah, Otani, Glasnow, uh, Dustin May,
Kershaw, maybe.
Yamamoto, Kershaw coming back for a year, and now you sign Blake Snell. So yeah, I think I'll take a Walker Buehler loss there.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast, and this is episode number 16. First episode in 2025. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Felt like the year went by pretty quick there. Yeah, did a lot of stuff. Probably the best moment of 2024 is getting married. That was fun.
It would have been funny if you said something else.
I tried to do a
But yeah,
little,
that was
little
fun.
pause there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun moment. Um, yeah,
What was your
um,
favorite moment from the year, Noah?
I don't know. I actually didn't even think about it. I'll just say the wedding also.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Batch party was pretty fun too.
I think the whole process of the wedding, at least for me,
Wow, fun.
was was fun. Yeah.
Not stressful at all.
Well, I'm not saying that, you know,
Okay,
but I mean, there's
yeah,
stress in everything, you know, so it's not really.
yeah. Overall, great year. Um, Planning a lot of trips next year, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, me and Noah may be going to a new baseball park next year.
I mean,
Plus,
throwing one every other or every year, you know, maybe
yeah,
one or two every year,
yeah. Thinking maybe
depending on.
Seattle would be nice.
Yeah, something not too crazy, not too
Yeah,
far. I think,
Colorado.
yeah, if I think if we go to a far one, we'll hit multiple on a trip probably,
Yeah,
because they're also a lot closer together on the East Coast.
yeah. But yeah, should be fun. Hopefully. Let's see. What do we got for these headlines this week, Noah? Not really much going on here. Only a couple sports.
Know how to scrounge some stuff up. This happened literally after our podcast last week
Yeah.
at night. We didn't get to talk about it last week, but Corbin Burns signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks. It was like a 6 year, 215 million or 217 million dollar deal. It has an opt out after 2 years, which I think is the main reason why he signed with the Diamondbacks on that one. Because if for some reason they're just not living up to it, he opts out. He's still 32 years old at that point, and he can sign anywhere else. Um, Even though he's getting more money from, or more, the higher offer were from the Giants and the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays had the highest offer, but didn't have the opt out, didn't have the certain incentive goals, you know, get the extra money. So he went with the D-backs, and I think he's from Arizona. So um, it worked out for him.
I think it was a surprise for everyone because
Yeah, there's always that one dark horse team
yeah,
that comes in for some of these free agents.
laying low until they signed him. It's like,
Yeah, out of nowhere.
where did they come from? Because it was between the Blue Jays and the Giants for the longest time. I know Noah and I had high hopes. We're like, oh, the Giants got this. Maybe they get their pitcher, but no,
Yeah,
D-backs. And
I
the
wonder
Giants
if they
have to
had.
see him quarter of the year. So
Yeah, now they like to see him a
perfect.
bunch. You know, for at the minimum of two
Few
two
years.
years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wonder like what was in the other contracts that he didn't want to sign, other than, you know, he's from Arizona and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some of the free agents that are still out there for people to sign. We got Roki Sasaki. He has until January 15th to sign, which I think from the beginning was the expectation that he was going to take a while, and he was probably going to take the full time to sign with the team. Could be coming up here pretty soon, the next couple weeks. The teams still in on that are the Dodgers, Cubs, Rangers, Giants, Yankees, and Mets. So, rumored teams. You can still have that dark horse like we saw with Corbin Burns, but Still a huge free agent there, especially pitching wise, since the pitching market has kind of been depleted now.
Yeah.
We got Pete Alonso, Alex Bregman, Anthony Santander, and Jack Jurickson Profar still out there. That's infield wise, or just in the field wise. Still some big names. First time free agents in there. I think Pete Alonso will probably sign pretty soon.
You think he's
But
going back to the Mets or is he signing? Probably.
I don't know, man. I
It's
don't
kind of
know.
hit or
It's
miss. Like I've been hearing things where, other teams are looking at him like strong candidates. And then also he might just sign up with the Mets again. But I don't know. It sounded like the Mets were wanting to trade him at the deadline. So,
yeah, and then they went on
why
that
would they
run
sign
in the
him back,
playoffs before. Yeah, that was before they went on that run.
That's true, yeah.
But I think he wants to stay a Met. It's just I don't know if the Mets are willing to give him that huge contract
Yeah.
because I'm sure there's going to be a team that's going to give him a huge contract um, to
Yeah.
sign there.
Isn't
Alex Bregman. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, no, go ahead.
Well, Alex Bregman has been rumored to be signing with I don't know how many teams at this
That's
point.
true.
So I think it's going to be between him and Pete Alonso are going to be the next domino to fall here pretty soon.
Any Giants interest in those two players? Probably not, right?
Pete Alonso has been rumored for the Giants. Profar was until I think they signed Adames. I don't know if they're still going to go for Profar. The good thing about Profar, he plays everywhere. And then Santander is an outfielder, first baseman. So um, I think
Probably not.
well, I think they might go for him just because I don't think Lamonte Wade is an everyday first baseman. So it's like I think he's more of a matchup guy. You throw him in a couple times a week, you know.
Well, they started off the season with Lamont Wade playing every day, and that
Yeah,
didn't work out. Or I think he got injured or something, and
and
they never went back to him.
and
So,
then they signed him for a pretty good contract. So I think he still has at least 2 to 3 more years on it,
jeez,
um, or maybe he's at the end of it. I think it's still 2 to 3 more years, but yeah, I would rather them sign like a Pete Alonso or
yeah,
Anthony Santander. Profar, I mean, he had his first really good
good
season,
year
and he's
last year.
31 years old. So I just don't trust it. At least the other few have had multiple good seasons
Yeah.
in a row.
Did you see that the Giants have the worst farm system in the MLB?
No, I didn't see that. I'd have to look,
Some
but
guy had did a rankings and put Giants last.
yeah, I have to actually look. But I know they're definitely at the bottom.
Yeah.
They don't have.
They may not be last, but they're near the bottom.
They're definitely in like the bottom, like between 25 and 30, I would say. But
I would say most of their people that were in the farm system has now are now in the major leagues. So I guess how does that work? Does it just like reset once they hit the major leagues, or
yeah,
do they have to stay in the major leagues for like 2 years to like not be considered?
once they hit a certain amount of service time, they
Okay.
are considered graduated
Yeah.
from the minors, and they're no longer on the prospect list. So, um, but when that happens, I think teams get a pick now because they're trying to incentivize moving players up and not just sitting them down there to keep them in their system as long as possible.
Yeah.
And that's because of I think it's because of Chris Bryant, where they kept the Cubs kept Chris Bryant down because they wanted to keep him on their team as long as possible, and they brought him up later in the season,
Yeah.
so
And
it
then he
wouldn't count
leaves.
as a full year. So technically, they get him for 8 years in the MLB instead of seven. So it's like,
Mm.
or seven instead of six, whatever it is. Um, but yeah, that was kind of recent. But then the pitchers, Jack Flaherty, Nick Pivetta. I mean, not really anyone left there. Jack Flaherty had a great year last year. With another one on the Giants' radar, and then Tanner Scott, Jeff Hoffman, probably the best relief pitchers available um, on the market. Both had really good years last year. So there's still some other guys, like a Ha-Sung Kim, but
Ha Sung Kim. Ha Sung Kim.
yeah, like a Harrison Bader. They're not really big names, but they're going to be guys who are going to be like good defensive guys in the list still. So
Yeah.
um, still plenty of guys out there, and plenty of time.
Yeah.
Still a few months before the season starts, but
Yeah, spring training in March now, right? End of March.
yeah, but pitchers and catchers report in February. So,
Nice.
it's getting there. It's getting there. Next, Jimmy Butler last night had a very interesting answer when asked um, just how he's feeling. He says he doesn't have the joy right now. And then asked, "Oh, can you get the joy here in Miami?" He said, "No, probably not." So it looks like he's going to get traded pretty soon here. The trade deadline's in February, I think. So
Yeah.
there's still some time, but I think he's going to get traded. Like,
Yeah. After last night, I
yeah,
would
especially
say.
after his performance last night. He was doing one-legged threes. I think he only had 7 points last night, in only like 30 minutes. So it looks like he's kind of giving up on the Heat.
He wants
It's
to play
just,
anywhere except the Heat. He
yeah. So
can
we'll
make any
see.
contender or a team a contender.
Yeah, we'll
All
see
right, bro.
how Pat Riley and the Heat handle this. They might
Yeah.
just throw him on the Wizards. That would be messed
Uh,
up, or the Raptors or something like
Go have
that.
fun.
Yeah. Um, I think they could probably still get a good return for him, but since he's been so vocal about wanting to leave, I don't know how much I can actually get from him.
Mm-hmm.
Then last but not least, the NFL playoffs right around the corner. We're in the last week of NFL games, Saturday and Sunday coming up. And there's a few crazy scenarios that can still happen, especially for a team like the Bengals, um, the Dolphins, who started off a little slow. If Miami wins and then Cincinnati and Denver both lose, Dolphins get in. If Denver just wins, they just have to beat the Chiefs and Carson Wentz. That's all they have to do. They're in. Cincinnati needs Miami and Denver to lose, and Cincinnati has to beat the Steelers to get in. Which I think a lot of people are rooting for because of Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
potential MVP candidate.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, so those are the options there for the AFC. And then the NFC is basically set. It's just the top of the who's going to be the number one seed. So we have
Yeah.
Detroit versus Minnesota, all down in this game. Pretty messed up. They're both 14-2, both in the same division, but winner takes all here. They get the number one seed. They get the bye, um, and they're going to have to play all their starters here. So it'll be interesting to see how that one turns out. But I think Detroit's probably going to win that one.
Yeah. I mean, we picked Detroit
Yeah,
to win. Um, yeah, it should be exciting. Last week of the season. Go check out our pick'em video that we posted. Cool that there's no Thursday game. There was no Thursday games. It's all Saturday and Sunday. So, but the Niners are out. The Bears are out. What are we really playing for? Like, who do you really want to see in the Super Bowl? I'm okay seeing the Lions. Maybe. You know, the Niners beat them last year in a heartbreaker. So,
yeah,
it's a redemption year for them.
yeah, yeah. I'm a professional playoff watcher without my team in the playoffs. And when you're in this, at this point, you just root for the chaos.
Yeah.
So I just think the most fun options are like I just want to see those happen.
Yeah. Definitely want to see the Bills, of course, make it to the Super Bowl this year.
Got a good
Finally,
chance. Got a
hopefully,
good
yeah.
chance.
So go Bills and whoever everyone likes from the NFC.
Yeah.
On to my headlines this week. Again, not much going on. We got the college football playoffs. We're finally into the semifinals. We had games on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and one yesterday after being postponed. Um, Personally, I did not watch the Oregon Ducks game. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by that. I just didn't watch it. I was planning on watching it, and by the time I was going to watch it,
It was
it was
already over.
31-0, and it wasn't even halftime yet.
It
So
was a good thing you didn't watch it.
yeah, probably for the best there. I saw that Dylan Gabriel got sacked 8 times. That's probably not the best. Um,
He ran into like five of them.
okay, cool, nice. So
Yeah, it was tough to watch. I think at one point Ohio State scored three touchdowns on one play, like in a row. Like they just like there was a run, touchdown, they got the ball back,
pass.
pass, touchdown on one play, got the ball back, and another pass for a touchdown on one play, and then you know
Yeah, I
all
saw
downhill from there.
Jeremiah Smith went off.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think the main thing we talked about it before this episode is that Oregon got screwed. I mean, Ohio State in the first round, they didn't play for like a month. It's just not a good matchup. It
yeah.
was it was looking bad. If they could, you know, then they would have to play Texas, it's like crazy. Notre Dame down here had to play Indiana and then had to play Georgia, who was Carson Beck
Missing,
was injured.
yeah,
So
Mr. QB.
yeah, so pretty easy ride here, even for Penn State as well. So
And even with Carson Beck, like he wasn't playing
yeah,
phenomenal, you know. So if you
no,
faced Georgia, it was a better chance of beating them.
yeah. But we got semifinals now. We got Texas, Ohio State, and then Penn State, Notre Dame. I think I got Texas and Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'll go the opposite of you. I think it's Ohio State, Penn State. Get the states in there. Um, and let's just fight it out.
Yeah. If Ohio State wins, somehow Ryan Day keeps his job. Crazy.
People still hate him, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
maybe you still just get rid of him at this point.
Maybe.
He's always just everyone's just complaining about that guy,
True.
which I don't follow enough to know why. I don't
Yeah, that's a
follow college football, but
if
I do
maybe
know
if
that
we
they
lived in
lost.
Ohio State, maybe we'd have a hatred
Yeah,
towards him. But
yeah, I do know he's lost like every year to
yeah,
Michigan,
it's less
so that's one of the
the last four matchups he's lost
yeah.
versus one team, which is crazy. Next we got the first results from NBA voting. I thought it was just interesting to see the guards here. And that Jokic is leading. Well, Jokic was leading last year, but LeBron's third on the list. Usually he's kind of near the top there. Um, LaMelo Ball getting
Yeah,
the most votes. Votes.
interesting. Yeah. Even Donovan Mitchell, I think both those guys, I mean, obviously they're great players. I think both kind of, um, I think Trey Young and Cade Cunningham are probably having the best year out of all these guards, at least in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
LaMelo is just the fun aspect. It's just fun to watch.
yeah,
Um,
which happens all the time. You know, every year this
yeah,
it's the same thing. People just vote for that. They don't really care
yeah,
about the numbers.
crazy. Look at the fall off. One, a million, and then not even 500,000.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns having a great year, deserves to be
Yeah,
there. KD, I'm surprised is higher than LeBron. That's for sure.
yeah. A lot of people voting in Phoenix, I guess. Wembanyama, he's definitely going to move up a little bit there. Um, Anyone on the guards? Anthony Edwards, fifth. Supposed to be like the next, star of the NBA. We had that big long discussion about that.
Yeah, Steph Curry at third. Both of them probably will move up. Curry and
Shout out to
LeBron.
Norman Powell. Wow,
He's having a good year, man.
hit the top 10. So just fun to look at those. Those are the first round of voting results. The All-Star game is February, I think, end of February,
Mid-February.
mid-February. Isn't the All-Star game in SF?
Yeah, that's that. That's why it's surprising that Curry's kind of he's
We
not
should go.
leading. Oh yeah, let's just go.
3-point
Well, I wonder how much
contest.
tickets are. Probably a lot.
Probably $800.
Hey, go ahead, man.
Yeah, man.
Go have some fun. I think I'll probably go to 300 other basketball games for that amount of money.
But it's an all-star game.
I'll just watch it.
Yeah.
I don't even know the last time I watched like the All-Star game.
I feel like the dunk contest is probably the worst event to watch in person.
It used to probably be the best. Now
Yeah.
it's definitely the worst
Yeah.
because
I'm just thinking like sitting in like nosebleeds. Dude, what was that? A 360? Did he actually go through his legs? I don't know.
the hype's just gone.
Yeah,
Like in
but
the building, I understand you're in the building and that the hype is crazy, but I don't
yeah.
know if it's like that anymore.
Yeah. Well, at least Chase Center has a big, huge scoreboard. They probably
True.
are okay watching it
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who's in it this year. Maybe they'll bring it back. That's what we say every year. Maybe they'll bring back the
Yeah.
dunk contest.
Rumors that Curry and Klay Thompson faces Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark in the 3-point challenge, which I would be kind of want that this happen. Clay returning to Chase Center, shooting threes. What can go wrong?
Yeah, I think it was kind of cool they did it last year, but like I said, I think it should move on to the next person. I think it should just be Caitlin Clark against someone.
Yeah.
And then maybe go back to Sabrina because I don't think there's anyone else that has the hype as Sabrina and Caitlin Clark right now in the WNBA. I think those are the two.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're the biggest name, like obviously Caitlin Clark, biggest name, but Sabrina Ionescu I think is the most memorable, maybe. I don't know, just from her whole college career and
Yeah.
all that.
But those are it for my headlines there and our headlines from this week. Let us know what you think about those. We can get into our underdog picks here. Um,
Yeah,
I noticed that all of our picks are from teams that need to win. So,
that's the only way to pick it
yeah.
because
Actually, no, I take that back. I have one that's you know,
I think I have one.
the boy Malik Neighbors. A little sneak peek before the TikTok starts.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Well, it always takes forever to start this because I have to load in the underdog, get the recording going. And it takes a little countdown for 3 seconds. All right, so week 18, the last underdog picks for our NFL games. We're gonna start off here with the Atlanta Falcons. They need a win, and they're gonna go with Bijan, I think, the whole way. So I'm gonna go higher than 89 and a half rushing yards for Bijan against Carolina, one of the worst run defenses in the league. Um, he's gonna keep it going. He's had at least 90 yards in 6 of the last 7 games. I think the only game he hit a low rushing yards in was against the Denver Broncos. Um, best run defense in the league, one of the best run defense in the league. Next, another team that needs to win, and they need to win so Atlanta doesn't get in. Got Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield, higher than 249 and a half passing yards. He's had at least he's thrown for over 250 passing yards in the last 5 out of 6 games also. So um, I think they're going to be shooting to make the playoffs and then also to get Mike Evans that 1,000 yards. So I think he's going to be throwing a lot to Evans. Um, and then last but not least, Jacksonville Jaguars against Indiana, who just got torched by the New York Giants. So with Brian Thomas higher than 69 and a half receiving yards. He's had over 70 receiving yards in the last 6 games. So I think he keeps it going. Mac Jones going to keep feeding him.
Nice. Could see a theme there with all of your picks. My first pick going with Malik Neighbors getting a touchdown against the Eagles. He had two of them last week. Drew Lock threw five touchdowns last week, hoping to Eagles aren't playing for much, so hopefully Neighbors gets one against them. I'm going with Jimmy Garoppolo. Yes, he is back this week playing for the Rams. He's gonna throw an interception for sure against the Seahawks. Next, I got Jahmyr Gibbs with the Lions here playing against the Vikings. He's gotten this the last four games, going with higher 34 and a half receiving yards. He's the only back in there in Detroit. And with that sneaky Vikings defense, going to be a lot of dump off passes, I think, with the blitz. So,
Nice. So with those picks, it's 24.7 times multiplier, and we have got 5 out of 6 for the last 3 weeks, I believe. So hopefully this week we get the full 6 out of 6, and just keep the streak going.
yeah,
We've been having some good picks lately.
yeah. I was hoping to pick Kenny Pickett, but that wasn't an option. So, that was,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if he's
I don't think he would be in there.
I don't think he's confirmed to play yet.
Mm, makes sense.
Throw a dollar on that.
Yeah, I feel like we always miss it. We've been close to getting 6 out of 6 picks right. Just never works out.
Yeah, I think we've always just keep hitting the 5 out of 6.
All right, trivia to end it. Who won the Super Bowl, Sugar Bowl yesterday?
Super Bowl, baby.
I was gonna say what? I missed the Super Bowl. Where did Herbert play college football?
Let's
Boston
go.
College.
Ducks.
Didn't
Who's the
he
last good
train?
QB from Boston College? Is that Matt Ryan or something like that?
Maybe. Who led up the Grand Slam to Freddie Freeman game one of the World Series? Wow. Garrett
I
Cole.
don't know. Is it Cole or Rodon?
Game one. Cole was probably starting.
Cole's probably starting to get one, yeah. Oh, Esther.
Oh,
I was lefty. I knew it was a lefty, but I also thought it was Rodon. So
did Cortez cut? He didn't. Did he start the game?
no,
Or
it
was he
was
a
that was
reliever,
he
right?
came in for relief. Yeah,
Yeah. That was tough.
that
Michael
was a tough
Jordan
one.
hit the last shot in 98 against this team.
The Jazz.
Yeah.
His push off mid range. Little
Mm.
Sen, you know.
Oh, yeah. Michael Jordan hit the last shot in 98 over this player. Stockton?
Byron Russell. There wasn't any other guys, that's for sure.
Which country has won the most women's World Cups?
USA, USA.
Who hosted the Women's World Cup in 99, which
Oh my God.
USA won? Trick,
USA?
trick question.
Oh, Steve
This
O.
running back holds the record for most points scored in one NFL season.
Most points? Was it Tomlinson? Or no, it's
Tomlinson?
probably
What?
Peterson. It's probably Peterson was insane. It's either Peterson or Tomlinson. Yeah.
No.
Dang it.
Which of these teams did Ricky Henderson not play for? Dodgers?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I didn't know he played for any of these teams.
Orioles?
Mariners?
Oh, he played for the Angels, Dodgers. Okay. Who holds the NFL record for the rushing touchdowns by a rookie? Eric Dickerson?
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown is
Dickerson was
a
yards, right?
yeah. Well, I don't know if it was rookie. Oh, okay.
Unbelievable. Okay, those are.
We're
You're
still better than
better than mine.
95% because
Yeah,
no one else has done it this early.
maybe. You never know. But that is
7
it.
out of 10. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Couple tricky ones there.
Yeah, early on too.
Yeah. That is it. Episode number 16, first one of 2025. New year, new us.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Sure. Why?
Say, you
We'll
can
go
say
with that.
that. You can say
Yeah.
that.
Hopefully everyone has a great week. Hopefully their team makes the playoffs in the NFL. And we'll have the latest next week.
Yeah, everyone had a great New Year's. And, looking forward to a great year